It's Thursday, and it is Thirsty Thursday, and I know we all want our cocktail, but I'm going to start. I don't know if you can see the table from where the camera is, but I will have to hold things up for you. Okay, hi everyone. It is Thursday. It is a lousy week, if you ask me. It is cold out. My eye is sore. Hi, Doreen, because I went out walking and the wind and a landscape truck passed by and blew a bunch of dirt in my face. So my eye's been like swollen for a day. Hi, Rob Connolly. Hi, Doreen. Okay, so today we are going to make two things with bourbon. Okay, so I have a nice Bouillet bourbon. It's a Frontier whiskey, Kentucky straight bourbon. So before I start my cocktail, I'm going to start my food because that's what I have to do. We are going to have pistachio crusted salmon bites. And let me get started with that. The first thing I'm going to do, let me do this first, is get my salmon. Okay, so I only buy wild caught salmon. The farm salmon is very, very bad for you. I know it's cheaper, I know it's easier to get, but this is really a great Cape Gourmet wild caught salmon fillets. They come, I brought the bag out so you could see, they come vacuum sealed. They literally take, oh my God, a half an hour to defrost on your counter. You can leave them in the morning on, hi John, hi Heather, hi Nancy. You can leave them on your on a plate in the refrigerator in the vacuum seal, and then all I did, when I'm ready to cook, I just cut them, I drain them out, I pat them dry with a paper towel, and we're ready to cook. And hi Maureen. So for time, I want to get these in the oven, so let me start with this. So you're going to you're going to chop them into cubes, because of course this is happy hour. Happy hour. Okay, I can't even see with my glasses on. They're for reading. Okay, Wegmans or Costco, where did you find them? Abigail loves salmon and we only do wild caught fish. I found them at ShopRite, literally in the frozen section, either in like that bin in front of the fresh seafood department or along the wall. But Cape Gourmet, my sister loves it. I love it. It doesn't have that fishy smell. The whole house doesn't get full. If you're worried about that, by all means, sear them on the grill outside or put your exhaust on. I'm not going to put my exhaust on today. So into my pan, I put 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I put it on medium low because you're not supposed to really use medium high with olive oil. So I'm just going to salt and pepper the cubes. So again, if you were doing this for a large party, by all means, keep it in the fillets. It's quicker to flip it and sear it, but I want to take it right from the pan and put it in the oven for us. So there is another recipe. I just didn't have time. Literally at 10 of 6, I decided to change my recipe to bourbon, sweet bourbon salmon bites to go with the bourbon themed cocktail. But I don't even have time to type it up and print it because I don't know it offhand. I know it's brown sugar and bourbon and lemon, but I will post it with this pistachio recipe. Okay, so now these are just gonna cook and sear. I'm gonna put a tiny bit more olive oil in because I only started with 1 tablespoon. 1 to 2 minutes on each side. So we're gonna let them, I'm gonna push everything away that I used already. We're gonna just flip them over. And it's that quick. So if you were gonna do this for a party, you could actually take out the salmon if you were gonna have people over, or a gathering. You could take the salmon out on Thursday, let it defrost. You could sear it up to this point, which is only cooking it 1 to 4 minutes, on each side. And that's already, I'm just gonna shut that off after another half a minute. Hi, Susie Cute. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Holly. Okay, so we're just gonna let the salmon cook on each side. And now this is what I did with my morning coffee. I shelled pistachios. So this is probably a cup of pistachios. I don't need that much. So I'm just gonna take my coffee grinder, which I don't use to grind coffee. I use it to grind my nuts and everything else. And you're just gonna grind that. And it's quite all right if the coffee flavor imparts into the nuts, because coffee coated salmon is also another recipe I saw. Coffee goes well with salmon, goes well with steak. Okay, so literally, there's your grinds. I'm gonna pour them out right on a paper towel. And let's see. There is our salmon. Okay, I'm gonna take that off the heat while I prepare the mixture. Hi Elizabeth. Hi Barb. Okay, so now we are going to take our pistachios. You know what, I'm gonna get a bowl. Hold on a second, guys. Because if I do it on a plate, I can't show you, and the way my camera is set up. All right, so we only want 2 tablespoons. So this is about for 4 6-ounce salmon fillets. So that's probably about 4 ounces. I don't have the bag in front of me. I don't know how many ounces are each of these. Let's see, 8 servings, 1 fillet, 4 ounces. Okay, see, I was correct. So this would be a recipe for 6 of these pieces, or 4 larger pieces. So you're gonna take your pistachios. Where don't I see how many? Oh, 1/4 cup. All right. So I did tablespoons, so I know that that's 4. 1/4 cup of the pistachios, the ground pistachios. Now we are going to take 2 tablespoons of our panko plain. I don't like the seasoned panko. 2 tablespoons of the panko breadcrumbs, not the regular. This will give it a nice, sort of tempura kind of flavor to it. And I'm gonna import that and mix it up right now. Incorporate it, I said import it. Ay, ay, ay. All right, now Parmesan cheese. And we're going to take 1 tablespoon of that. I luckily had Parmesan cheese. Okay. And now 1 tablespoon of melted butter, which I got to do that beforehand today. Look, I'm not frazzled. I can't say that I'm ready for today, but I'm not frazzled, okay? So in our bowl, I'm just gonna pour our butter, and I'm just gonna keep using this to mix. Alrighty. It'll get nice and gooier. All right, and shake it up so that we have a nice full plate of it. Okay. Now, what else do I have to do? Okay, brush the tops with the Dijon mustard. Okay, here's what I wanted to talk to you about. I don't have Dijon. I was going to look and see what would be my option to make Dijon. I'm sure it's not that hard. So I will also add that if you don't have Dijon. I love Dijon with salmon. That's why I'm out of my Dijon. But I have golden spicy, and I have this beautiful cilantro lime aioli. I'm gonna actually just use that. So basically what you want to do is you just want some kind of binding mixture on there. Like I said, would the Dijon work? The Dijon would work perfectly. That's what the recipe calls for. But we don't have time. We don't have time to go to the store. So I'm going to brush with my mustard first. Sorry, I know you can't see. All right, take my brush, take a little. And the next batch that I do, after I hang up with you guys, I'm just gonna brush my salmon and make sure I get both sides. And then I'm just gonna pour the salmon out onto the plate, into the bowl of the mixture. All right, and I'm gonna just shake it because I just wanna get all the sides coated. All right. Now, if you wanted to, you could be gentle and take your time and do all sorts of nice things and turn them and be so gingerly and careful. But I'm from the school of let's just get this done and in the oven. So I'm just shaking it up. I love using Tupperware that I've ran through the dishwasher because look at that. Now it's all coated and it took 2 seconds and I know everything's coated. And now I'm just gonna take it out. And we are going to plop our pistachios. All right. we just spread it out. Now, this whole tray would be filled. Hi, Amy. Okay. Maureen says, okay. All right. So we have our pistachio, and we plop it in the oven. And that literally, because it's already seared on all sides, it's just going to cook in like 10 minutes. All right. So there you go. Throw that in the dishwasher when you're done. So again, really easy. 1/4 cup of crushed pistachios, 2 tablespoons of panko, 1 tablespoon of melted butter, 1 tablespoon of grated parm, salmon, olive oil Dijon, and then lemon when it comes out. So we are just going to preheat the 375, season the salmon with salt and pepper, sear them, and then brush the tops with the Dijon, add the pistachio mixture, and bake in a preheated oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got all the pistachio recipe in, because I know when I'm talking, I'm just la-da, not paying attention. Again, not frazzled today. I don't know. I'm just tired. Can you tell? I'm tired, my poor eye. Let's get going. I walked today, and it was really cold today as well. I had a ski mask on and my glasses so my eyes wouldn't hurt anymore, but what can you do? All right, so because I'm not a bourbon drinker by nature, even though I like it, I like to always taste Tom's and see what he's got going on. And I like it, I don't. It's just strong, of course. So my grandparents used to drink Manhattans. That's what I was making 2 weeks ago, or whiskey sours, which I could do a whiskey sour next week. It just requires beating an egg white and stuff. And I really felt like a hot toddy, which is the tea, the hot tea with the lemon and the honey and the bourbon. And it's really delicious. But you know what? With the oven on right behind me, I'm hot. So I changed my mind, and I am making an easy bourbon tea. That's it. It's so easy, okay? So I actually have tea that was cold brewed. You can get them right in the store, cold brew tea. You can get them peach flavor. You can get them regular. For this drink, I think black tea would be nice, a rooibos, something, you know, on the heavier side. But I love green tea for its health benefits when your immunity feels low, especially with now. Green tea is what you want to fight the virus. Black tea is what you want to help your stomach and your digestive system. Okay, so I digress. Let me go on. So take a pint glass of ice, and then we're gonna pour our ingredients in there. So our ingredients are simply 3 things: bourbon, limoncello, and tea. And of course, in the South, they would make sweet tea, and it would be chock full of sugar, but adding the limoncello to our cocktail will bring the sweetness, you know, to a nice way of being able, for those of us who aren't used to drinking strong bourbon, it'll be a nice addition. Now, I have limoncello in the bottle that I keep in my freezer, but I also want to show you guys how to make limoncello, and maybe we'll do that tomorrow. That'll be a fun thing. This is limoncello that Robin and Caroline and I made right after Thanksgiving. So we let it sit for about 8 weeks, and then we gave it out as Christmas presents. So little Christmas favors. So limoncello is great, and my niece / cousin, really. She's really my cousin, but she's younger, so I always called her my niece. My niece Allie said it was the best limoncello she ever had, and she loves limoncello. So I think we'll do that recipe tomorrow. I wish Caroline could come here and peel and grate all the lemons for me, because it's a real pain in the ass, but it's really nice. And then by summer, when we all get out, we can have a porch party and drink our lemon tea, lemon bourbon tea. Okay, so in a big pint glass, I'm going to add my ice. Oh no, that's what I was doing. Now I know what I was doing. I was gonna mix it in here and then pour it into my, so I'm gonna take some of that ice and put it in my double rocks glass. Okay, this is a gift from a dear friend. Thank you. You know who you are. Recently surprised me on my doorstep with a beautiful decanter and two rocks glasses, because I broke my pitcher, and he said he doesn't know who else loves to drink as much as me. So there you go. I got a little gift. So we are going to put in a whole glass 1.5 ounces of bourbon. And again, this is Tom's choice. They say it's a good one. So that's 1. Actually, that was 1.5. Let me do that again. Show you. This one is the 1, this one is the 2, so it would be 1.5. All right. 1.5, sorry, of the bourbon. And now let me make sure I have the small one. 1/2 of an ounce. So 1/2 of an ounce of limoncello. All right. And this is what I'm doing to this, because I want to mix it, but once I pour it in there, I don't want the ice in. All right. So we're going to pour it into our rocks glass, so it's all incorporated. And then you're simply going to add 4 ounces of tea, homebrewed tea. I'm sure Arnold Palmer or Arizona would do in a pinch if you don't have homebrew. And then all the garnish is simply a lemon wedge. So, might have made a hard appetizer, but we have an easy drink. So, cheers. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, so if you're new to bourbon, I highly recommend a bourbon easy tea. And then whoever you're with, if they like it stronger, make a Manhattan. You know, which is just the bourbon and the vermouth and the bitters. That's posted on one of our files, how to make a great Manhattan. And let me put this down. Let me have another sip. And let us see if our salmon is done. All right. So you know I always have to have a pretty plate. All right. Let's get a oven mitt so we don't burn ourselves. All right. And let's get our, you could do it 2 ways. You could do it with your tall skewers. And just imagine a big platter of these when you're having a party. Or you can do it with little forks. I love these little forks. All right, let's get another one there. And then of course, because I always try to find recipes where you have more of the same thing, you would garnish it with lemon wedges all around the plate. So your guests can choose. I know some people love lemon with their salmon. And that's it. That's as easy as it is. Hi, Helen. I know, we have to make the Skittles. I still have to get the black currant. Okay, so there is just a small little batch. Hi, Lauren Tashin. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Susan Katz. There is our pistachio. Oh my gosh, so good. So good, so easy. Perfect little meal. Now I'm gonna take some other salmon and make it in whole pieces and make some rice and some broccoli, and boom, I've got dinner. So for me, it's just happy hour. Don't even want to eat dinner. I'm sick of being in. But I hope you're all doing well and enjoying yourself. And tomorrow's Friday, and we'll make limoncello, and maybe someone can give me a recipe for something else with lemon. Lemon lush, perhaps, Christine. All right, so cheers. A happy Thursday, and I think the president's on, so I'm gonna go watch, see how much longer we're gonna be locked in. Take care. Let me get my phone, it's all taped up.